We have been joined on the line by former Attorney General Ayikoi Otoo. Good evening, sir, and thank you very much for your time.
Good evening.
Hello, Counsel. Yes, thank you very much for your time. Now, what do you make of the ruling from the courts today about this case that seems to have run at least 2 years and counting?
Well, we have not heard the results. So if there is anything particular that you want us to talk about, it's a different matter. But as to what I make of it, the point is that the judgment has been delivered. If there are any issues that you think you want us to consider, why not?
The latest on it is that the Attorney General has given indications that it is going to follow up and ensure that he pays, and that they are also going to appeal. The question that is arising is that if they have enough evidence to at least go through with the prosecution, why would they wait for the court to rule before they now say they are going to appeal?
Oh, thank you very much. I mean, the whole idea of having hierarchy of courts is to ensure that when you are dissatisfied or otherwise agreed by a particular decision, you can move on to the next highest court to test it until you reach the final appellate court of the land, which is the Supreme Court. And therefore, there is absolutely nothing wrong when a person says, I'm dissatisfied and or aggrieved by a decision and I want to test it on appeal. It is not a question of whether the person had evidence or not. Remember that in a criminal trial, the standard of proof is very high. You expected to prove beyond reasonable doubt. Now, according to the report that we read from the court, the judge was of the opinion that they should have called certain witnesses which they did not call. For them, maybe they felt that these were the witnesses that they needed to call, which they called. And the judge was not satisfied. Well, what appeal can do is to show that, well, perhaps the AG was right in the number of witnesses that she called, and the court of appeal may disagree, with the position of the judge. I've always cited the case of Tagore. Well, in this country, when Tagore was after a long trial, was convicted on appeal. What happened? Was acquitted. So the girl people will tell you, Solomoni, Shinai men African. So somebody at the lower court might have seen it in a certain way. His lordship says, this is the way I see it. You go up. There are other judges who also feel that the way you saw it was wrong. So you cannot begrudge anybody who says, I want to go on appeal. I can assure you that there are cases where you win a case and you play hard that the other party doesn't go on appeal. Because in your view, you cannot even defend the judgment that has been given to you. And if it should go on appeal, it will be a disaster for you. So I do not think that it is anything wrong. I mean, when it was said that the fast-track courts, were illegal and unlawful, that was a decision. They sought a review and it changed. And that is how the fast track came to exist. Otherwise, what would have happened? We would have lost the fast track if we had listened to the first judge who said that it was unconstitutional and unlawful.
Right.
But when they went for review, the people up there said, no, the judge erred. And therefore, fast track courts are lawful and constitutional. And today we are fast track court. So why do you drag somebody who says, I am dissatisfied with the decision, I want to appeal against it? You ought not do that. Allow the person to go forward and see what happens.
All right, finally, former Attorney General, we want you to help us put this in perspective. Some are saying that the ruling means that Alfred Woyome is a free man and is not going to pay the money. Others are saying that it overrides the Supreme Court's earlier ruling, which is asking him to refund the money. Help us put it in perspective. Which is which, and how does this mean? We
all know that a high court decision cannot override that of a Supreme Court. This is elementary. You expect a high court decision to override that having been given already by the Supreme Court? No. What he has escaped for now, as far as I'm concerned, is that he has escaped going to prison. But the order made by the Supreme Court that he should refund that money remains. It has not been upset on appeal, And remember that the Supreme Court is the highest court of the land. So when the highest court of the land has said go and refund the money, and maybe in view of the various standards that is required as against a criminal case and a civil case, you have got off the hook for now. I do not think that affects the decision of the Supreme Court that you should refund the money.
Okay.
I think the value is the same. You should go and refund the money. Maybe he is free for now, he escapes going to prison.
All right. We're grateful for your time. Thank you very much. Ayikoi Otoo is a former Attorney General and sharing his perspectives and helping us put this Woyome judgment death case in proper view. Thank you very much again.